What's going on, Aquarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Aquarius. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Stuff has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. I've been telling the other signs that I think I'm running out of dance moves there, Aquarius, so I'm going to have to restock up on that. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so y'all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals. Feeling lovely. There's great energy all around here, Aquarius. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with those tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, thank you. I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that are like watching Aquarius, so definitely check them out. I think you'd really enjoy them. Very intuitive group there. But let's get into your first card here. Oh, and look at that. We're dreaming of emeralds here, Aquarius, because you got the first card of Taurus, which is the Emerald card. And with this card, this is a card of healing, fertility, eternity, reflection, humility, sexuality, rare, peace, soul restoration, growth, strong relationship, balance, free-flowing love, mature love, and heart chakra. And the energy that's coming through here, Aquarius, is the balance. And I feel like for some, if things have been feeling out of balance as of late, because Taurus is, to think about Taurus energy, they're a sign of security. And if you've been feeling just like any areas, maybe this could be, as far as like self-esteem, or maybe this is financial, or any sort of areas that are just needing to be brought back into place here. I feel like that this is a great energy for you, especially too because your other ruler, Uranus, just went retrograde in Taurus not too long ago. This is a great energy for you to reflect on maybe kind of novel ways of restoring balance to your life, however it is that you want to do, because this is a very healing energy card that this is. And yeah, I feel like that this is just really just a great energy for you, because Uranus is going to be pretty much retrograde until like a little bit after your birthday season, or not after your birthday season, but once you're a little bit into your birthday season. And so just kind of pay attention to that, Aquarius, if you've been just any areas that are just needing some of that, either maybe I'm almost getting like this like TLC type of energy. So if this is not maybe something like in the physical that may need to be done, as far as like maybe doing some self-care, or like doing some financial things, or whatever that's looking like. Maybe this is more so kind of like internal balance, just like maybe haven't been, I don't know, like the energies might have been feeling kind of off as of late, or something along those lines. And then now we're talking about doing some self-care and things along those lines, Aquarius. But let's get some tarot on this and get some details. Thank you. Alright, Aquarius, let's see what's going on here. Oh, interesting. Alright, so you have the Five of Coins in reverse here, and then you have the Five of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and then you have the Lovers here. And with the Five of Coins, you know, this is Mercury in Taurus, and I only bring that up to say it's just like, again, if we've been just thinking of areas that I almost feel like it's like paying attention to areas that are feeling neglected or feeling deprived or something along those lines, whether this be, you know, whether it be mental, emotional, or excuse me, physical, mental, or spiritual here, and I don't know, Aquarius. There's this energy of it's almost like I feel like with the lovers here, it's almost like paying attention to like the choices that we make that may have led to because the Five of Cups and the Five of Coins here are kind of intense cards here. The Five of Cups can be like a card of disappointment and things. So maybe there's some in the lovers can be like again like a card of choices. So it's like maybe some of the choices we've made have led to this energy of I'm almost like again feeling like deprivation or something along those lines and maybe we've been I almost feel like even like maybe some of our like maybe our either our decisions have been criticized maybe by others or maybe we've been kind of critical of ourselves here but with the Seven of Swords this can be like a card of like trickery and deception and lying and things but I feel like that is when we're honest with ourselves about as far as like where things may have gotten out of balance and where maybe the decisions that we've made have led to the state of maybe disappointment or you know whatever this is looking like then we can then I feel like when that truth kind of comes through then it allows us to tap into some resources here to kind of start working on some things to get stuff back in balance to kind of get your energies protected again because I almost feel like with the Seven of Wands, and this is interesting, that it almost feels that it almost feels like that it almost feels like that maybe we feel like we've been under attack or something along those lines but not necessarily by just like people here just like maybe just like different situations and things it's just like that like a need to just kind of like safeguard your energies here some but let me get a little bit more on that Seven of Wands. And you know, just thinking too with the lovers, you know, this can be connecting with your higher self as well. And I feel like that maybe these, thank you, that maybe these decisions that are, or these things that might be happening here, because I'm getting almost like even like kind of soft tower vibes that are kind of coming through here. And if it feels that there's I don't know, it's like these situations can be here that are, let me get you other cards here before I kind of get into that. Hmm. Okay, so the Seven of Wands is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and then the Ace of Cups all in reverse here. And it kind of feels like I was kind of going to say with the about the lovers. It feels like that maybe there are these, you know, we might be feeling these senses of imbalance that because there's I don't know, it's like we might be ignoring some sort of like our feelings or something along those lines here and it's like it's starting to affect our vibrations and the things that we're attracting here because even like the Five of Coins can be like a card of lack in things and if we stay in that energy you know we got to be mindful of like the energies that we're in because that does restrict our growth and it makes it harder for that expansion to happen but I'm definitely kind of getting a need to with the Ace of Cups to maybe just kind of do some more kind of things to just like I'm getting like a self-care vibe because the Five of Cups or excuse me the Ace of Cups usually has these five streams in like the traditional like Rider White deck where they're these five streams that are coming out of this cup and they're supposed to represent the five senses and then the sixth sense is this dove that's diving in there but yeah, I feel like that maybe even for that, there's a need to kind of do something along those lines there, and that can maybe even kind of help. Just something to just kind of protect your energies and kind of keep yourself and making sure that we're yeah, just really kind of checking in and make sure that that our lives are and that we're making like harmonious decisions and things that really kind of resonate with us, if that makes sense. Mark. All right, Aquarius. let's get another oracle on the mix. Oh, all right. I'm with it. Now look, we hit abundance because you got the first. I like that. You got the first card of Virgos here, which is the Mother Lode card. And with this card, this is a card of prosperity, jackpot, success, good fortune, having plenty, moneymaker, sudden wealth, the real deal, on easy street, accomplishment, advantage, fortune, and the prime source. An energy that's coming through here, Aquarius, is the advantage. And I almost feel like for some that there's I feel like that there's this energies here that we like maybe there are some kind of like either like skills or something that we may need to be taking more advantage of, that we may need to get into, that once we get this sense of balance and really start making that a routine, and like that we're gonna really, I don't know, it's like our energies are really going to start kind of working for us here, and like things can kind of line up here. But I'm really kind of feeling with the lovers, it's just like, because the lovers and the ace of cups are really kind of like, they're all connected to like about that connecting to source and things. And I kind of feel that it's making sure to use that. I always talk about how brilliant your mind can be, and like to be Uranus rule, to have those sudden flashes of inspiration and things along those lines. But I feel that it's that sometimes maybe we can, because the lovers is Gemini energy, and I'm almost kind of feeling that maybe we've can, being an air sign, you can, air signs get, because listen, my moon's in Gemini, so I get that energy, where it's like we can be thinking a lot. But I do feel like there's a need to kind of more so maybe kind of tap into that feelings type of vibe, to have that sort of balance so that we so that didn't even quite mean that, but see, balance all over the place. And again, I feel like if we can get that stuff in order there, that it really could. I know it's like you got tools here that you can work with, because the Seven of Swords can also be like, again, a card of like resources and things, and a sort of, and yeah, I just feel like there's something where it's like we can kind of more so kind of play to our strengths here, or something along those lines, Aquarius. But let me get some tarot on this. Thank you. Oh, I got all these aces here. And see, look at the stuff you can use to your advantage. Interesting. So you have the all your aces are in reverse. That's interesting. So you have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Wands in reverse. And then you have the Three of Coins and the Five of Swords upright. And I almost kind of feel with this, Aquarius, that, maybe for some, there's like, maybe we're, because yours is a sign of networking as well. And I feel like that sometimes, because you do have like like an innovative and a very eccentric type of mind. And I feel that, and I was almost kind of getting with the Seven of Wands here, that maybe for some, it's like we may be kind of needing to utilize the perspectives of others and kind of work together, because the Three of Coins is a card of collaboration as well. And maybe there's some where it's like we have these feelings, these thoughts, this energy that we've been wanting to work with all these aces, all this potential that we have. But it's just like that maybe it's like we sort of have this idea of how we want this flow, but it's just like the plan feels kind of vague, or it feels like the idea is too big or something along those lines. And I feel like maybe it's like using the ideas of others and things, the perspectives of others, with the Five of Swords being here, can help you to again become kind of this inspired type of energy. And then when you get stuff flowing, and then that helps get others, like it just sort of just kind of comes together here. But maybe this is something where for some it's like maybe we need to work more. It's like we might be maybe missing certain tools here, or maybe even like certain seeds or something along those lines, Aquarius. And it's like, again, utilizing your resources to your advantage, whether that be your actual stuff here or even the people that you network with, and then not even necessarily use them, but it's more so like it's, again, collaboration, because we are getting into your age, and it's going to be a very, I feel like, a very innovative time and a great time for networking and really kind of communication. Gemini, the lovers. And and even if someone may present you with an idea, I'm even thinking with the King of Wands, if it even seems sort of like, it may seem silly maybe in that moment, but just like consider stuff. Like, I feel like don't, try not to take stuff off the table per se. Like, even just like write it down, because who knows? Maybe you might be so, connected with someone down the line, and then they can bring that other piece to kind of get things moving, or something like that, Aquarius. Yeah? Let me get a little bit more on the Three of Coins here. Thank you. Alright, Aquarius, look at all this abundance. So you got the Three of Coins. It's clarified by the Two of Coins, the Queen of Coins, and then the Ten of Coins here. And look at your mother lode just building up there. But the Two of Coins is in reverse, and the Queen and Ten of Coins are upright here. And I feel like that there is this, I feel like we could be working with our energies more efficiently here, Aquarius. There's some resources here that I feel we may not be taking advantage of that can get you to this mother lode here, this Ten of Coins, your legacy, your foundation. But very interesting energy here, Aquarius. But, and I feel like too, just kind of keep in mind maybe the people that we come into contact with here, just in the foreseeable future, just like, who know, you never know who you're talking with, and just kind of be mindful. It's not necessarily that you just kind of pay attention if something is telling you that, like, oh, like, I don't know, like, just, I feel like you can meet people in the most kind of surprising places here, Aquarius. And I feel like especially for you, that really does have this benefit here. So, well, all right, I like that, Aquarius. Let's get a little tea, and then let's get your last oracle here. I'm with it. Yeah, thank you. All right, Aquarius. Last card here. So you got the third card of Leo's, which is the Inventor card. In which I get that this is Leo's card, but this one always kind of reminds me of you too. And Leo's your opposite sign, but this is a card of innovation, imagination, creative, gadgets, technology, groundbreaking developments, okay to fail, do it again and again, inspired ideas, setting trends, mastermind, and modern era. And energy that's coming through here is groundbreaking developments, and I feel like that's a great thing that happened in here once you hit the mother lode. And I feel that this is something where I don't know. I feel like it's like it's paying attention, because I feel like there are opportunities that are coming through here with all these aces. Because I mean, you got three of a kind here with the wands, swords, and pentacles. Or excuse me, wands, swords, and cups. But now we're missing the pentacles. It's like it's like that thing that's grounding all of that. It's just like, how do we take these ideas or maybe like different pieces and kind of bring them all together, because I feel like something inspired is happening with this energy here. And I feel like that maybe this is something where it's just like we're trying to not necessarily get like force others to like to get others inspired as well, to get them kind of thinking about the future and like how this can really kind of play into, I don't know, like kind of play into the kind of grand scheme of things here, Aquarius. It's, just when we're talking about the Ten of Pentacles here, but it feels like that there's, kind of something kind of coming up on the horizon here. And I do feel like that when Pluto really does get settled into your sign, it is going to be a very, like a game changing type of energy over the next 20 years. But even over like even the next couple of years, I'm excited. I feel that there's going to be some cool stuff, especially I feel like when your ruler moves into Gemini in 2025. I think that's going to be a really dope type of energy. It's going to be really like the air. We're going to be in an era of air for a little bit. Well, and like an air and a fire, which I mean, inspiration and ideas and things. Like, come on, this is going to be sick. But let's get your last tarot on this. But take this time, Aquarius. You're in a very reflective energy with especially with Uranus being retrograde. This is a great time to start getting some ideas cooking up now, and really start doing some brainstorming. Because who knows how this stuff can come to fruition. Oh, and there's one of your rulers. I love it. Let's see what's going down here. More. All right, last little bit there, Aquarius. Oh, and there you are. I love it. All right, so you have the Six of Swords, and the Star card, and then you have your ruler Saturn, the World, the Moon, and then the King of Cups here. Let's switch back over here, Aquarius. Because I do feel like that for some, the Star card, I feel like that with the Star card being in reverse, I feel like that it's like we're not sure what the future is looking like. I'm not sure. I almost feel like it's like, because the Star card can be like a card of a wish. And I've been thinking about that with your energy. You're associated with the 11th house, and that's one of the things that it can deal with, wishes. And I find that very fascinating, and it makes sense, because it's just like, what do you wish for the future to be? And I feel like that right now, it kind of feels like a little kind of grand right now with the moon. The moon makes things kind of like, it brings about these illusions and things, and it's just like, it's just but after the moon is the sun, your happiness, the happiest card in the deck. But I feel like that, again, that's interesting too, because like I was saying, this is the world here, Saturn. This is Pisces, the moon. Saturn is in Pisces for the next 3 years. And that's a very inspiring type of energy, very dreamy type of energy. Even the King of Cups for me is Pisces energy. And it feels that there is this, if we're not sure what our world is, what we want for this world, or what we want for change and things, what we wish. I feel like it's one thing to have all these good ideas in things, Aquarius, but it's just like, which one feels like which one do you really resonate with? Which one do you, because I get where we want to do all of the things, but that's the nice thing about you being a sign of networking, because it's just like, you don't have to do all of the things. You can take your ideas and find someone who you think would resonate with that. They can start one thing, you're working on another thing, and then another person's working on another thing, and then look at that, you're building a whole soul tribe. And it's fantastic. You're changing the world there, Aquarius. Even on the, and I know that may sound a little grand at first, but inspiration goes a long way, and it leads to groundbreaking developments. you know, and it takes all these aces and it gets the energy moving, you know what I mean? And so really kind of think about this, I feel, is what's going down, you know, like that's exciting, you know. Six of Swords again is looking towards the future and moving on to new experiences, you know. How can we change things up as we're going into this new era here? And what do you want the moon to reflect? You know, what does your happiness look like? It's fantastic. I feel like this kind of energy that's coming through here, but I think I'm gonna leave that there. So, a little something to think about there, Aquarius. That's dope. So, but if anything resonates with you, give it a thumbs up and share this, Aquarius. You know, like, let's get all the Aquarians inspired and then sharing ideas and doing more, because you all are like, I feel like with you being represented by the star card, it's just like you literally are. It's like you're building constellations, you know, and that's so freaking cool. It's like when you think about that, like how you all can connect all of us together. It's like it's really a great gift there, Aquarius. But yes, share this, please. And then subscribe, hit that bell button, get notified when I release videos each week. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Charity Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans even when it's Pisces. I actually said that the Pisces and the moon popped out. It's actually really hysterical. I loved it. And all that housekeeping, it's down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. Because this is what I'm talking about, Aquarius. Page of Swords. Just a thinking, just a cranking, getting ideas, socializing, Gemini energy. The Page of Swords kind of reminds me of Gemini. And I feel like it's really getting those ideas moving, you know. Start doing some brainstorming, you know. Like, again, we're in the planning phases right now. We're in a very retrograde kind of heavy season. It's very reflective energy, you know. Just get to think about, like, what do we want from the future? And I feel like it's like, you know, we you don't have to have it like figured out right now, but it's just like what things can we get going so that we're just not sitting on all this getting these aces, this potential, you know. What do you long for? You know, what have you been thinking about? That head and heart, Swords and Cups, and then take action. Wands energy. But let me get your oracle card here so I can get you out of here. Get you getting you inspired and getting others inspired as well, Aquarius. I love it. Hear that? Even the dogs are celebrating for you. But look what you're doing, Aquarius. You got the Blessed card up right here. And I feel like that to have, again, that level of innovation and imagination, and to be able to think outside of the box like you do, that is a blessing. And I feel like it's a really great gift to be able to not just think like that, but to be able to bring others together as well to form, because again, you're a sign of like networking and groups and friends and things. And it's just like, I feel like that, like how this cup is almost being like presented. I feel like it's like everyone's like bringing an ingredient to this cup here, you know, like the water, the fire, the air, the earth. It's like everyone's bringing these ingredients again to manifest a different kind of world, to raise the vibration through the roof. And you know I'm all about that. So I think I'm gonna leave that there, Aquarius. A little something to think about there. But you stay safe out there with all this inspired energy, and make sure that you are kind of bring yourself in balance. You know, do some self care, and like I was saying, raise your vibration through the roof. You know, and take advantage of these. At least I don't know. It's like I feel like there are gonna be some situations or maybe some opportunities that be coming to for you soon. So keep trust that intuition of yours. It's sharp. You know, don't sleep on that. And I will catch you on the next one later.